Welcome to Chief of Party to Chief of Party, success in your first 90 days. As you navigate the USAID landscape for the first time or seek to sharpen your skills, we're here to provide the guidance you need to address the unique challenges of this role. Host Donna Vincent Roa, an experienced Chief of Party, will inform and inspire your journey.
Thank you for joining me. I'm Donna Vincent Roa. And for this episode, we're tailoring it specifically to visionary chiefs of party seeking cutting-edge leadership strategies. Welcome to episode 6. Today we're going to dive into a topic that resonates with anyone stepping into the chief of party's shoes for a USAID-funded project. How do you deliver quick wins and build trust? Well, that's the question we're unwrapping today. Imagine stepping into a room where the expectations are as high as the stakes. The project is your canvas, and the impact you make echoes across communities and across lives. You're at the helm, ready to steer towards success. Now, where do you start? Let's talk about first impressions. They're not just for interviews or first dates. In our world, they're about delivering results that resonate. The first 90 days, they're crucial. You want to walk the fine line between action and consideration. If you're too hasty, you risk the integrity of the project, and if you're too slow, the momentum wanes, and that's not good for anyone. Quick wins are your early harvest. They're about showcasing your commitment, about demonstrating value, and most importantly, catalyzing a positive project culture. And let's be real, they're also about earning trust, that golden currency in international development and humanitarian assistance. So how do you identify these opportunities? First, starts with listening. Get to know your team, get to know your stakeholders, and your working environment. As you look around, ask yourself the question, what are the low-hanging fruits that can be addressed swiftly, but will also have meaningful impact? This might be streamlining a process that was previously a bottleneck, or delivering a small-scale pilot that addresses a pressing need. We find that there's a lot of value in proposing pilots to be able to test an idea, to test a concept. In our project, in the early stages, we programmed an extensive listening tour to understand the pain points that our stakeholders felt as it related to engaging with partners. We interviewed agency personnel, senior leaders, and even executives at missions in the local environments. What we gained during this process was an extensive understanding of the pain points that were felt, the frustrations, the challenges. We use this information to guide our programming, to guide our outputs, to guide the way we thought about coming up for solutions. Remember that these wins are not just for show, they're about setting a precedence of efficiency and effectiveness. People need to see and feel progress. This tangibility is what turns skeptics into believers. Let's pivot to trust. It's not won overnight. Building trust is about consistency, transparency, and even engagement. It's about showing up not just as a leader, but as a partner. This requires that we communicate openly about challenges and triumphs, that we share the credit, that we're the leader who's in the trenches with the team when the situation calls for it. Now, let's consider your leadership style. Are you the type to delegate extensively, or do you keep a close eye, maybe too close an eye, on every detail? There's no one-size-that-fits-all approach, but in these early days of your project, your team is going to be looking to you for cues. Set the tone for a culture of accountability, but you got to balance it with a sense of empowerment for your team. And innovation, well, it's not just a buzzword. It's about encouraging a mindset where every challenge is seen as a stepping stone to something greater. Within every project, it's our responsibility as a chief of party to foster an environment where ideas are welcome and where failure is not really a setback, but you learn to see it as a useful experience. As you unlock potential, remember, it's not about reinventing the wheel. Sometimes the most effective innovations are about improving what already works. It's about achieving excellence in the small things that could lead to monumental changes. Our path forward is a blend of strategic thinking, impactful action, and fostering a culture of trust and innovation. Think of it as laying the foundation for a building that would weather the storms and also bask in the sunshine of success. Here's a question for you to ponder. What can you as a chief of party do in the next week to create a ripple effect of positive change within your project? As we wrap up, here are a few recommendations. Identify a quick win that aligns with your project's long-term goals. Always seek to engage with your team and your stakeholders to understand their perspectives. Be a leader who communicates your vision clearly and make sure that you rally your team around it. Always set the stage for a culture of trust and innovation from day one. And as you go about your day, think about the kind of leader you want to be remembered as, the kind who sparked a flame of progress, one who didn't just lead, but inspired. Thanks for joining me today. Keep leading with purpose and passion. Until next time, also cultivate that spirit of possibility in your project. This is Dr. D signing off for today. Stay tuned for more leadership insights on your journey as Chief of Party.
Thank you for tuning in to Chief of Party to Chief of Party, Success in Your First 90 Days, your go-to source for insightful, actionable guidance that can shape the success of your project. Let's continue to drive change and create impact, one USAID-funded project at a time.